to Science Learning Gateway. So I came up today with a new video for class 10 student, and this is specially for CBSE students, those who are going to write their exams in the year 2022. So as you all know, and many of you have seen in the social media, in the news channels, etc., that CBSE has released the sample paper for class 10th and 12th students. So we are going to discuss the sample paper along with its solution, how to write the answers, what will be the marking scheme, from which chapter, how many marks questions will become, what will be the pattern of the exam, definitely in this video. So this video will be very helpful for you all, and we are going to discuss everything in this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you all know, this is from the official website of CBSE, that what they have recommended for term 2 exam. The exam will be of 40 marks. As you all have given the exam in term 1 also, it was of 40 marks, and this time also the exam will be of 40 marks. Time duration will be of 2 hours, but the paper will be completely subjective. The paper will be completely subjective. Many students, they were having doubts, and CBSE also, they have told that the paper can be objective or subjective in term 2 exam, but according to the sample paper, we have seen that the complete paper will be subjective, no objective questions at all. The question paper will comprise of 2 marks questions, 3 marks questions, and 4 marks questions. So altogether there will be 3 sections in the sample paper. In the question paper there will be 3 sections, and in science paper there will be 15 questions. Altogether 15 questions will be there, that will be of 40 marks. So see, all questions are compulsory, means you have to attend all the questions. The question paper will be of 3 sections carrying 15 questions, and in section A there will be 7 questions. There will be 7 questions in section A, and each question will be of 2 marks. So total your section A will carry 14 marks. In section B 6 questions will be there, and in total one question is of 3 marks. So 6 3 is 18 marks. Section B comprises of 18 marks questions, and in section C 2 case based questions are questions of 4 marks each. And in section C, how many questions we have? In section C we have 2 questions. Section C we have 2 questions carrying 4 marks each, so that will be of 8 marks, and both the questions are from case study questions. Okay, some of the internal choices are given in few of the questions. You have to attempt any one of the question from there. So let's go through the sample paper along with its solution. So let's get started, guys. So see, this is section A. In this, the first question which they have given is, the table shows the electronic configuration of 4 elements. As we can understand, elements, electronic configurations are there. So this question is from which chapter? This question is from chapter number 4. Chapter number 4, carbon and its compound. Carbon and its compound. This question is from chapter number 4, carbon and its compound. I have already uploaded the complete tutorial of carbon and its compound according to your term 2 syllabus. If you have not checked that, you can check that in the playlist of class 10th CBSE term 2. I will also provide in the I button also. The link I will provide in the I button. You can go through there also. So see, what is the question? In this question, 4 elements are given, P, Q, R, S. The electronic configuration of element P is 2, 6. From this we can understand that if its electronic configuration is 2, 6, then its atomic number must be 8. So this element P, I think it resembles oxygen, right? It resembles oxygen, correct? Now we have element Q. Q is having 281 electronic configuration. So total 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 1, 11. So which element have 11 electronic configuration? Obviously it is sodium. And the last one is R. Sorry, second last is R. It is having 287, total 17 electrons. So which element has 17 electrons, 17 atomic number? Chlorine. And the last one we have S. 8 plus 2 means total at altogether 18 electrons. So which element have 18 electrons or 18 atomic number? It's argon. That is our inert gas, or inert gas or noble gases. So what is asked in the question, that over there 4 elements are given, their electronic configuration is also given. On the basis of that, we have to answer question number A and B. So let's check what is question number A. Question number A is identify which element will form covalent bonds with carbon. So what do you understand by the word covalent bond? Covalent bond is that bond which is formed by sharing of electrons. Covalent bond is formed by sharing of electrons. So see, we have to check that which element will form covalent bonds with carbon. Obviously, metals will never form covalent bonds with carbon. Non-metals can form covalent bond. Right? Non-metals will form covalent form. So this element number S, which is having total this electronic configuration 288. As we can see in the last shell or in the valence shell, 8 electrons are present. So it is stable element. And also we know that noble gases or inert gases are stable. Their reactivity is very less. They are so stable they don't want to react with any of the element. So this one we can cancel it out because it will never react with carbon. Next, if we talk about our element, which is having 2, 8 and 7 electron in the outermost shell. So it needs one more electron to become stable. So what it will do? It can share its electron with carbon to form compounds. We know a most known compound of carbon with chlorine. We have talked about that R is chlorine. So we know that CCl4 is one of the compound which carbon forms with chlorine. So this option is correct. Yes, it can form covalent bond with carbon. Next we have Q. It is having 1 electron in the outermost shell. This 1 electron. So we know that if an element is having 1 electron in the outermost cell, 1, 2 or 3, they are metals. Obviously sodium is a metal. So it cannot form covalent bonds with carbon. So this is cancelled out. Next we have element number P, which is having electronic configuration 2, 6. 6 electron can be shared with carbon to form a covalent compound. The most known compound of carbon with oxygen is CO2, carbon dioxide. So carbon can form bond with this element P. So what will be our answer in this case? Our answer will be element number P and R will form covalent bond with carbon because they are having 6 electron and 7 electron in the outermost shell, which can be shared with carbon to form the compounds, respective compounds. Next question is, carbon reacts with an element in the above table to form several compounds. Give suitable reason. This we have read in the chapter that carbon is unique. It is different from other elements. Why it is different from other elements? Because of 2 properties. First one is tetravalency. Atomic number of carbon is 6. If we write its electronic configuration, it is 2, 4. 4 electron in the outermost shell. Means it is having 4 valence electron. Its valency is also 4. So it is tetravalent. Tetra means 4 and valency. So it is having 4 valence electron on the outermost shell, which it can share with another element to form compounds, large number of compounds. Next one is catenation. So what is the meaning of catenation? Catenation is a property of carbon in which it can link with itself to form a long chain. So because of these 2 properties, tetravalency and catenation, carbon can form large number of compounds. So this was all about question number 1. I hope you all have understood this question. Next question. In the next question, you can see what periodic table is shown over there. And this question is from chapter number 5. Chapter number 5, periodic classification of elements. Periodic classification of elements. This chapter's tutorial also I have uploaded in my channel. You can check that in the playlist of class 10 where I have explained this chapter in detail. So let's discuss question number 2. The diagram below shows the part of the periodic table which element would react together to form covalent bond. See, this is the periodic table they have shown. So this is group number 1. This is group number 2. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is 13, 14, 15, 16. This Y is present in 16 and this Z is present in group number 17. That is halogen family. Group number 1 alkali, group number 2 alkaline earth metals, group 16 is your oxygen family and 17 is your chlorine family. That is also known as halogens. So see the first question which they have asked, which element would react to form covalent bonds? Obviously we know that metals will never form covalent bond. So this W These are the metals. The elements which are present on this side, on the left hand side of the periodic table, they are called metals, and the elements which are present on the right hand side, they are called nonmetals. So obviously Y and Z, these are the two elements which will form covalent bonds together, because they will share the electron among themselves. Covalent compounds are those compounds which are formed by sharing of electrons. So nonmetals will share the electrons together to form covalent bonds. So obviously Y and Z will form covalent bonds. Next chapter we have, next question which we have is, between two elements W and Z, which will have a bigger atomic radius and why? So now let's check out at which element will have bigger atomic radius and why. W, and between which two elements we have to consider? Between W and Z we have to consider these two elements. So W is present in group number 2 and Z is present in group number 17. W is present in first, second, third and fourth period, and your Z is present in the second period of the periodic table. So as we move in a period, what happens? As we move from left to right in a periods, the atomic size decreases. The atomic size decreases. So this Z, this W is having how this Z is present in the second period. This Z is present in the second period. And this W, it is present in the fourth period. So when you move from top to bottom in a period, what happens? Number of shells are increased, numbers of shells are added. So this Z is having only 2 shells, but W is having how many shells? 4 shells. Whose size will be bigger? Obviously the element W size will be bigger, because as we move down in a group, or in a period, number of shells increases. So the size of W will be bigger than that of Z. Now let's discuss question number 3. These all answers which I have provided over there is from the marking scheme which the Cbse has provided. So you can go through these and according to that practice for the upcoming exam of term 2. In my tutorial I will also upload the questions based on this. We will search the question and we will discuss all the questions from every chapter which are related to term 2 exam. So keep watching the channel. Now from third question, the question number is, trace the path a male gamete takes to fertilize a female gamete after being released from the penis. Male gamete means what? Sperm. When sperms are released from the male gamete, they travel, when they enter the female body, first they will enter through vagina. After vagina, the sperm will go to, sperm will go to cervix. And from cervix, it will enter into uterus. After that, the fertilization takes place in the fallopian tube, or you can say oviduct. So this is the path by which the sperm travels inside into the female's body. First it will go into vagina, after that it will go into cervix, after that in the uterus, and at last the fertilization takes place in the fallopian tube. So what is the answer they have given over there? The male gamete, that is sperm, travels in the female reproductive tract after being released. The path which takes place to fertilize the female gamete egg is, first is vagina, after that they have given uterus, and after that they have given fallopian tube resulting in zygote. At last the fertilization takes place in the zygote. At last the fertilization takes place in the fallopian tube. Other name of fallopian tube is oviduct. State the set of chromosomes present in a zygote. As we all know that in human body, how many chromosomes are present? 23 pairs. 23 pairs of chromosomes are present. Also if you write in a number, then it will be 46 chromosomes. So we have to tell that in zygote how many chromosomes will be present. So you know that in male body, 2n number of chromosomes will be present, and in female body also 2n number of chromosomes will be present, that is 46 and 46. But when they will form the gametes, meiosis will occur and the chromosome number will be changed over there. So n chromosome will come from male body and n chromosome will come from female body, and it will be multiplied, and when the zygote will form, we will get 2n number of chromosomes in the zygote. So in zygote how many chromosomes will be present? 2n chromosomes will be present. Okay, 2n chromosomes. That is 23 pairs of chromosomes will be present in a zygote. Now, question number 4. Rajesh observed a patch of greenish black powdery mass on a stale piece of bread. From the piece of bread, what do you understand? In a bread, if you can see the black spots, what is coming in your mind? Yes, definitely it's bread mold. Correct. It's bread mold. The name of the fungus is bread mold. Bread mold. If you bring the bread from the market, if you'll keep it for 1 week or 2 week, what you see in the bread, we can see a fungus, blackish type of structure can be seen. What is that? That is bread mold. So it observes a black powdery mass on the bread. Name the organism responsible for its and its specific mode of asexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, how many organisms are involved? Only one organism is involved. So the greenish black powdery mass on a stale piece of bread is due to bread mold rhizopus. See, the bread mold, and name the organism is rhizopus, which reproduces by which mode, which asexual reproduction? By spore formation. By spore formation. And this question is from your chapter number 8, how do organisms reproduce? This is from the biology section. So from in the first part, A number, what you will write that the name of the organism is bread mold rhizopus, and it reproduces by spore formation, and that is one of the mode of asexual reproduction. Name its vegetative and reproductive part. We have to write the name of its vegetative part and the reproductive part. If you'll go through the diagram which is given in the textbook, you can see a long tube-like structures are there. That is called hyphae. Those are called, hyphae is the vegetative part, and your reproductive part is the structure which you like blob like structure you can see at the top of the hyphae, that is called sporangia. Inside sporangia, spores are present. That is the reproductive part of this rhizopus. So hyphae or thread like structures are the vegetative part, and blob like structure or sporangia are the reproductive part. Okay, so this was the answer. I think these types of question will come, you all can easily give the answers. You have to apply your mind little bit. You have to think about that what the question is asking us, and I have to write the to the point answer. No need to write any lengthy answers, only to the point. If you write, the examiner will give you the marks. Now let's come to question number 5. And this question number 5 is asked from the chapter your heredity and evolution. As you all know, from that chapter only heredity part will come. Evolution part is removed from the syllabus. So let's check what's question number 5 tell us. Mustard were growing in two field number A and B. Two fields are there, field A and field B. These are the two fields in which mustard plants are grown. Field A produces brown colored seeds. In field A, brown colored seeds can be seen. But in field B, which type of colors seeds are shown? Yellow color seeds are shown. Okay, this was the question. It was observed that in field A, the offspring means the baby plants, means their children's, showed only the parental trait. Parental trait means in that only parents' characters were there. In field A, the offspring produced, they are similar to their parents. Okay. Whereas in field B, the majority of the offspring showed a variation in their progeny. But in field B, the offspring means the children which are produced, they are different from their parents. They have some variations in that. So what are the probable reason for this? We have to write the answer according to that. So for writing the answer of this question, we have to go through a very important factor, that is called pollination. What is pollination? Pollination, it is a process in which pollen grains are transferred from anther to stigma. And there are two types of pollination, self-pollination and cross-pollination. Self-pollination and cross-pollination. For carrying out the process of cross-pollination, we need agents of pollination, wind, water, insects. Those are the agents for cross-pollination. Okay, so now let's answer this question. See, in field A, the reason for parental trait in consecutive generation of the offspring is self-pollination. As we have seen that in field A, all the offspring, all the children were similar to their parents. They have same characters as the parents are having. So which type of pollination is going on in that? Self-pollination. Okay. between the parents only the pollination is occurring, means the parents are hybridized among themselves, so the children which are formed, they have the same character. But in field B, the variation which occurred is because of is a recombination of gene as cross pollination. But in field B, which pollination is occurring? Cross pollination. In field B, because of cross pollination, the offsprings are having different characters or different variations. When you will go through the tutorial which I have uploaded in the playlist of class 10th, chapter number 8, sorry, chapter number 9, you can see that in cell pollination there will be less variation. In cell pollination always there will be less variation. But if we talk about cross pollination, there will be more variations. Means the offspring which are formed will have many changes in them, which are different from their parents. But in cell pollination they are hybridizing among themselves. So what will happen? The characters will be same, the children will look same to their parents, right? Now, let's come to the optional question which is given over there. There is one internal choice over there. In an asexually reproducing species, in asexual, how many parents are needed? One parent. Okay, in asexual reproduction, only one parent is needed. If a trait exists in 5% of a population and trait Y exists in 7% of the same population, which of the two traits is likely to have arisen earlier? Give reason. Means they are asking a question that asexual reproduction is taken place in a species. In that trait X, it occurred in 5% of the population, and trait B occurred in how much percent? 7% of a population. So which trait came earlier? Which trait exists earlier? Trait X or trait Y? As you can see that the percentage of Y is more. So which will come earlier? Obviously Y will come earlier, right? Percentage of Y is more, number of Y is more. So which population came earlier? Y came earlier. See, trait Y which exists in 70%, that is large fraction of the population, is likely to have arisen earlier because in asexual reproduction, identical copies of DNAs are produced and variations do not occur. As you can see in the question, they have mentioned asexual reproduction. Means in asexual reproduction, the variation is very less or no variation. The children will be exactly similar to their parents. So obviously 70% of Y trait is there. So they came earlier. And few fractions which occurred because of some little variation, because of that mutation process. 5% of X is there. New traits came in population due to sudden mutation and then are inherited. 70% of the population with trait Y is likely to have been replicating that trait for a longer period than 5% of population with trait X. 70% of the species, they are exactly similar to their parents. Only 5% because of mutation process, that trait also existed over there. So as we can see that more population is because of your Y trait. So Y trait came earlier. So this was all about this question number 5. Let's discuss question number 6. Okay, question number 6. What you can see in this question number 6, it is from which chapter? Magnetic effect of electric current, chapter number 13. This is from chapter number 13. Magnetic effect of electric current. And by looking at this figure, what you can say? This is a diagram of what? This is a diagram of electric motor. See the diagram they have given. Based on this diagram, we have to answer 2 questions. A simple motor is made in the school laboratory. A coil of wire is mounted on the axle between the poles of the horseshoe magnet as illustrated. This is the north pole, this is south pole, and this is the coil ABCD, and this is the generator. This is the battery which they have attached to the motor. In the example above, coil ABC is horizontal and the battery is connected as shown. For this position, state the direction of the force on the arm AB. So see, if this is a positive pole and this is a negative pole, the current will flow like this. The current will flow like this from positive to negative, from positive point to the negative point. For this position, state the direction of the force on arm B. Arm B means this arm B, AB of the coil. So force will apply in the downward direction. You have to apply which rule over there? You have to apply Fleming's left hand rule over there. The thumb will point in the direction of the force. The forefinger will point in the direction of your magnetic field, and your middle finger will point in the direction of the current. So if we apply the Fleming's left hand rule, we can see that the direction of force on arm AB will be in the downward direction. Why does the current in arm BC not contribute to the turning force on the coil? Where is arm BC? This is arm BC. Over there, if you will consider theta, the angle, it is 0. If theta is 0, obviously the force will be 0. So let's discuss the answer. Because BC is in the same direction as the direction of the field lines, means the direction of BC is same as the direction of the field lines, magnetic field lines. The force is minimum when the direction of the current in the conductor the same as that of the magnetic field. BC will not contribute as force on this part of the coil will be cancelled by the coil DA. Okay, this is your coil DA. If this force and this force will be same, equal, then what will happen? Both the forces will cancel out each other. That's why the force on this arm BC is not contributed to the turning force on the coil B. So this was all about this answer, and this question also carries 2 marks in the exam. Now, in this OR question also they have given, means they have given an internal choice in this question. A circuit contains a battery, a variable resistor and a solenoid. The figure below shows the magnetic field pattern produced by the current in the solenoid. State how the magnetic field pattern indicates region where the magnetic field is stronger. What happens to the magnetic field when the current in the circuit is reversed? So this question is also from the same chapter, magnetic effect of electric current. Okay, so this was the question. You can see in this diagram they are showing a solenoid. Magnetic lines of force can also be seen over there. So we have to tell that in where your magnetic field is stronger. So magnetic field will be stronger over there where magnetic field lines are close. They are close. So we can see that they are close at the ends. Magnetic field lines are close at the ends. So magnetic field will be stronger at the end. You can check the answer. Relative closeness of the field line indicates the strength of the magnetic field. Closeness of the field line. They will tell you about the strength of the magnetic field. Since field lines are crowded around the ends of the solenoid. You can see. Hence, they are the regions of the strongest magnetism. The magnetic lines are very close at the ends, so magnetic field will be stronger at the end. What happens to the magnetic field when the current in the direction is reversed? What will happen? The direction of the field will also be reversed. If current will be reversed, the direction of the magnetic field will also be reversed. This was all about. This is a 2 marks question which you have to give the answer accordingly. Now, let's come to question number 7. This question, as you can see over there, tropic levels are indicated, DDT is indicated. So this question is from chapter number 15, our environment. This question is from chapter number 15, our environment. So let's check the question, what is given over there. DDT was spread in a lake to regulate breeding of mosquitoes. Yes, we all know DDT is one of the chemical which is used to control the population of mosquitoes, which is used to kill the mosquitoes. So what is the full form of DDT? If you know the full form of DDT, please comment in the comment section and write the full form of DDT. How would it affect the trophic levels in the following food chain associated with a lake? Justify your answer. One lake is there in which lot of mosquitoes were there. In that lake, DDT was spread. Over there, some aquatic plants and animals are also there. So how the spraying of DDT will affect each food chain or each trophic level, that we have to answer. Okay, so you can see the aquatic environment. This is present in which trophic level? It is present in first trophic level. Plankton is present in the second trophic level, small fish in the third trophic level, large fish in the fourth trophic level, and hawk is present in the last trophic level. So we are spraying the DDT, so it is affecting aquatic environment first. It will affect the aquatic environment first. After that, it will go to the second trophic level, that is plankton. Over there also, the accumulation of DDT will become large and large. Since DDT is a non-biodegradable substance, it will not be decomposed by the microorganism into small pieces. So it will keep on accumulating and result in biomagnification. After that, DDT will go into the next trophic level. Over there also more DDT will be accumulated. After that, in the next, it will occupy and its amount will keep on increasing, and at last it will reach to a trophic level where the amount of DDT will become very large over there. So obviously the accumulation of DDT will be more in the last trophic level, that is in hawk. Okay. Okay, so this was the answer in that. Over there, one more question is there. In the following food chain, vertical arrows indicate the energy lost to the environment, and horizontal arrows indicate energy transferred to the next trophic level. Which of the three vertical arrows, A, C, E, these are the vertical arrows, A, C, E, and which one of the two horizontal arrows, B and D, these are the horizontal arrows, will represent more energy transfer? Give reasons for your answer. 10% law we have read in this chapter. What was the statement of 10% law? In 10% law, we have read that 10% of the energy is transferred to the next level, and 90% of it is used for the life processes like digestion, respiration, etc. So if these are the green plants, these are the producer, they will transfer their energy to this one, herbivores means plant eating animal. After that, these herbivores will be eaten by the carnivores like lion, tiger. So over there, 10% of the energy is transferred. After that, again from deer to tiger, how much energy will be transferred? 10% of energy will be transferred. So we have to give the answer on the basis of that 10% law. So as we all know, these green plants, they will transfer energy to the herbivores, that is the deer. After that, 10% of energy will transfer to the tiger, that is carnivore. So let's check the answer what is given according to your marking scheme. Let's discuss the first answer, that DDT one. So DDT, as I have known, it is a non-biodegradable substance which is not broken by the microorganism into small pieces. So see, what is written over there? DDT, being a non-biodegradable pesticide, will enter the food chain from the first trophic level, that is plankton. You can see at the bottom they have written plankton. So food chain, it will enter through the first trophic level because over there we have spread DDT. Non-biodegradable pesticides accumulate progressively at each trophic level. This phenomena is known as biological magnification. Accumulation of any chemical substance at a particular trophic level is called what? It is called biological magnification. So DDT will keep on accumulating, its amount will keep on increasing, and that is called biological magnification. After that, which level will have highest level of that DDT or DDT? So hawk will have the highest level of the pesticide DDT because it is present at the top of the trophic levels. So over there the amount of DDT will be more. Now let's discuss the internal choice question which is given to over there. E will represent more energy transfer as compared to C and E. If you look at the diagram, the arrow A, it represents your vertical arrow. Over there, that energy is transferred to the atmosphere. So who will give more energy? Obviously the green plants, the producer. They will lose more energy as compared to your herbivores and carnivores. B will represent more energy transferred as compared to D. In arrow B, you can see the energy is transferred from the green plants to the herbivores. So in that case, the energy transferred will be more as compared to the herbivores and the carnivores. When green plants are eaten by primary consumers, a great deal of energy is lost as heat to the environment. Some amount goes into digestion and doing work, and the rest goes towards the growth and reproduction. An average of 10% of the food eaten is made available to the next level of consumer. This loss of energy takes place at every trophic level. When we talk about the trophic level, only 10% of the energy is transferred to the next one. From for example, from producers to consumers, how much energy will be transferred? 10%, and 90% will be remained with the producer for doing the other activities, other life process activities. According to 10% law also, you can give the answer. In accordance with 10% law of transfer of energy in a food chain, only 10% of energy is available at one trophic level. At one trophic level is transferred to the next trophic level. How much energy is transferred? 10% energy. So in that basis also you can give that answer. So with this we have finished all. No, one more question is there from section A. 2 marks question. No, we have finished all the questions. Now this is section B. In section B, how many questions we have? The section B carries your 3 marks questions. Section B carries 3 marks questions. So let's start with question number 8. In section A, total 7 questions were there and each question was of 2 marks. Section B carries 3 marks questions. So let's discuss the first question. Choose an element from period 3rd of modern periodic table that matches with the description given below in each instance. Give reasons for your choice. So in 3rd period, this question is from which chapter? This question is from chapter number 5, periodic classification of elements, and they are talking about the 3rd period. So in 3rd period, which are the elements which are present? sodium is present, magnesium is present, aluminium is present, silicon, then we have phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine and argon. These are the elements which are present in the third period of the periodic table. So we have, on the basis of these, we have to answer the 3 questions which are asked over there. One question is of 1 marks. It has a similar structure to diamond. So which element has a similar structure to diamond? Silicon, because its atomic number is 14. If we will write its electronic configuration, it is 284. 4 electron in the last shell. Carbon is also having 4 electron in the last shell. So structure is similar to diamond. Next one, and because reason you can write that it is having 4 electron in the last shell, tetravalency, and also because of catenation, it's similar to carbon, it can form covalent bond like carbon. So that's why the structure of silicon is similar to your diamond. It has same valency as lithium. Lithium's atomic number is 3. Electronic configuration, if we write, it will be 2, 1. 1 electron in the outermost shell. So which element among them have 1 electron in the outermost shell? Sodium, because its atomic number is 11. If you will write its electronic configuration, 2, 8, 1. So both of them are having 1 electron in the outermost shell. The third question, it has variable valency and is a member of oxygen family, group number 16. So which element among them have variable, which shows variable valency, and it is also the member of the oxygen family, that is 16 family, group number 16. So which element among them will come in group number 16? Sulfur. Its atomic number is 16. Okay, it will come in the not its atomic number is not 6, it is present in group number 16, and it shows variable valency. That's why it can form the compounds like sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide. Over there its valency is 2, over there its valency is 3. So these are the answers of your question number 8. So let's have a quick look on the answer which are given from the Cbse. Silicon. The first answer, the silicon will be similar to diamond because of its tetrahedral structure or tetravalency, because it's having 4 valence electron in the last shell, and it also forms covalent bond like carbon. Next is sodium, because it has 1 valence electron like lithium. And which element will show variable valency? Sulfur, because it can form oxides like sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. Now let's discuss question number 9. How many isomers are possible for the compound with the molecular formula C4H8? C4H8, what is the name of this compound? It's butene. Butene. 4 carbon atom means but, 8 hydrogen atom is there, so it's alkene, and the name is butene. Draw the electron dot structure of the branch chain isomer, means we have to write that how many isomers are possible for the molecular formula of a compound having C4H8. Okay, isomers means same molecular formula, but they have different structures. So how many isomers are possible? We have to write according to that. How will you prove that C4H8 and C5H10 are homologous? Okay, so we have to write these 2 answers on the basis of it. In that, they have given one internal choice question also. So first we will discuss the first question which is given over there. For that, let's come to the next slide. See, the first part of the question is how many isomers were possible for the compound having the formula C4H8. So there are 4 isomers which can be possible for that, and we have to draw the electron dot structure for that compound. So you can see it's ethene. It's ethene having carbon-carbon double bond C4. Means 1 carbon-carbon double bond will be obviously over there. And for that we have to draw a branch structure also. They have told to draw a branch structure over there. So 1 double bond you have to show, and you have to draw the electron dot structure like this. Now if you will go to the next slide, to the previous slide, one question is asked over there in internal choice. One internal choice question is also given over there. A carbon compound A having melting point 156 Kelvin and boiling point 351 Kelvin with molecular formula C2H6O. The molecular formula is C2H6O. Melting and boiling points are given over there. Is soluble in water in all proportion. Identify and draw its electron dot structure. It is soluble in water also. Its molecular formula is H2H6O. So it must be an alcohol. We have to write, and 2 carbon atoms are present. So which alcohol it is? Ethanol. C2H5OH. This is the alcohol, and this is compound number A. We have to write it's a ethanol. and we have to draw its electron structure also. Give the molecular formula of any two homologues of A. After that, we have to give the molecular formula of any two homologues, means which are similar, means which will homologues means which belong to the same family. So in answer number A, you will write that compound A is your alcohol, that is ethanol, C2H5OH, and the two homologues are C4, compound A, this is compound A, and C2H5OH, and it's a ethanol. Okay, C4H8 and C5H10 are homologues as they differ. This was the answer of the previous question, not the internal choice question. C4H8 and C5H10 are homologues because they differ by only CH2 unit, and there, if you consider its molecular mass, it is 14U, and they have same functional group. Functional group is same, and their general formula is also same. So they both are homologues to each other. Now let's come to the internal choice question, which is given for this question number 9. Sorry, that question I have not mentioned over there. Oh, so you have to write that over there, your compound A is ethanol. You will write that answer. Now let's come to question number 10. This is also from the chapter 9, Heredity and Evolution chapter. Two peas, one with round yellow seeds and RR and YY, means round yellow seeds, both are dominant character. Round shape is also a dominant character, and yellow color is also a dominant character. Another with wrinkled green seeds, and in this both have recessive characters. In this they have dominant characters. Produce F1 progeny that have round yellow seeds. In F1 generation, the seeds produced were round in shape and yellow in color. Okay, when F1 plants are self-pollinated with new combination of characters is expected in F2 progeny. How many seeds with these new combination of characters will be produced when a total 160 seeds are produced in F2 generation? Explain with reason. So see, in this, total round green seeds will be 30. Wrinkled yellow will be 30. New combinations are produced because of the independent irritations of seed shape and seed color trait. In law of independent assortment, you have read that. According to that, you have to give this answer. In this, the color of round green seed will be 30, wrinkled yellow seed will be 30. And this is a 3 marks question. Now, let's come to question number 11. In this, they have given numericals to us. And that numerical is very easy. So, let's discuss that numerical. 11th, 2 questions we have. The first one, A number. It would cost a man rupees 3.50 to buy 1 kilowatt hour of electrical energy from the main electricity board. For buying 1 kilowatt of energy, how much rupees we should pay? 3.50. His generator has a maximum power of 2 kilowatt. Power of the generator is 2 kilowatt. The generator produces energy at this maximum for 3 hours. Time duration is 3 hours. Calculate how much it would cost to buy the same amount of energy from the main electricity board. Okay, this question is for only 1 marks. So what is the formula for energy? Energy is equal to power into time. So power in the question they have given as 2, time they have given as, power in the question they have given as 2 and time they have given as 3. 3 2s are 6 kilowatt hour. 6 kilowatt hour. This is the energy. Cost of buying electricity from the mains from the 3.50. Means for 1 unit we have to pay this much. For buying 6 kilowatt of energy, how much we have to pay? 6 into 3.50. You have to multiply that, and in answer you will get rupees 21. 21 rupees you have to pay for this much energy. Now the second part of the question number B. A student boils water in an electric kettle for 20 minutes. Time is 20 minutes. Using the same main supply, he wants to reduce the boiling time of water. To do so, should he increase or decrease the length of the heating element? Justify your answer. We have read one formula, heating effect of electric current, H is equal to I square RT. If we write in term of I is equal to V by R, V square by R square, over there R and over there T. RR will be cancelled, then at last we will get V square into T divided by R. This we will get. So this H is inversely related to R, resistance. Okay, if R is decreased, means if heating effect is increased, we have to decrease this R. So in R we know that this R is directly proportional. This R is directly proportional to length of the wire. R is directly proportional to length of the wire. So to increase the heating effect, what the student have to do? He has to decrease the length of the wire. He will decrease the length of the wire to increase the heating effect. So let's read the answer once. To reduce the boiling time using the same main supply, the rate of heat production should be large. We know that P is equal to V2 by R. Since V by R, since the formula is P is equal to V by R. Since V is a constant, R should be decreased. Since R is directly proportional to length, so length should be decreased. I have told you that resistance is directly proportional to R. So if you want to increase the heating effect, we have to decrease the R. So to decrease the R, what we have to do? We have to decrease the length of the wire also. So this was the answer of the question. This is a 2 marks question. Now in question number 12, again they have given us a numerical, and this question is from your electricity chapter. This 12th question is from electricity chapter. In this you can see our resistance they have given. These 3 resistance, they are in parallel, 5 ohm, 10 ohm and R1. These two are in series combination, 6 ohm and 6 ohm. In the above circuit, if the current reading in the emitter A is 2 ampere, what would be the value of R1? We have to calculate the value of R1, this one. So let's check the numerical ones. See over there, the 5 ohm, 10 ohm and R ohm, the 3 resistance, they are connected in series combination. So we can write 1 by Rp parallel is equal to 1 by 5 plus 1 by 10 plus 1 by R1. This was the first formula. You have to put the values according to that. You will take the LCM of 5 and 10. So it will come 2 plus 1 by 10. It will come 2 plus 1 divided by 10 plus 1 by R1. You will get that. After that, if you will solve it, 2 plus 1, it will come 3 by 10 plus 1 by R1. Okay. After that, 1 by Rp is equal to 3 R1. Again, we'll take the LCM of this 10 and R1. You will get this equation. Now, Rp is equal to Rp, we will reverse the equation. Then we will get Rp is equal to 10R divided by 3R1 plus 10. Now, 6 ohm and 6 ohm and Rp are in series combination. So, 6 plus 6 will become 12 and Rp means this one. This also will add in that and it will become equation number 1. As we all know, voltage V is potential difference V is equal to I into R equivalent. So from the circuit we can write R equivalent is equal to V by R. We'll put the value of V and R. Over there we'll get 15 ampere, and equating equation number 1 and 2, if you'll solve it, you'll get the value of R1 as 30 ohm. So you have to practice this numerical once, and from this lesson I am going to explain each and every numerical from this chapter. So for that I will make a separate video for that. Since this tutorial is getting little longer, so I will not explain this numerical. When I will upload the numericals from this lesson, that time I will explain you. Now, question number 13. This is also very easy and interesting question which is asked in term 2 exam, in term 2 sample paper. A gas found in the upper layer of the atmosphere. In upper layer of atmosphere, what is the known as that upper layer? Stratosphere. It is deadly poisonous but is essential for all living organism. That gas, which is gas A, it is very poisonous in nature, but it is essential. It is important for all living organism. We have to write the name of that gas. The amount of this gas started declining sharply in the 1980s, but nowadays what is going on, that the amount of this gas is getting depleted. As you all know, which gas is getting depleted? Yes, it is ozone, and the formula is O3. Identify the gas A, how it is formed at the higher level of the atmosphere. We have to write the name of gas A and we have to write the equation for its formation or how it is formed. That also we have to say, we have to tell. And second is why it is essential for all living beings, means why it is important for us, that we have to write. And what is the cause of its depletion, that also we have to give the answer. So see, gas A is ozone and its formula is O3. And how it is formed? In the atmosphere, this ozone this oxygen, it splits into O and O because of the sunlight, because of the sun rays. Again, this oxygen atom O will combine with the molecular oxygen O2 to form a compound O3. This is called your ozone gas. Because of the UV rays of the sun, the oxygen molecule O2 will split into oxygen, nascent oxygen, O and O. Oxygen at the higher level of the atmosphere is a product of UV radiation acting on oxygen O2 molecule. The higher energy UV radiation split apart the same molecular formula O2 into free oxygen atom. These atoms, when they combine with molecular oxygen to form ozone. See, you can see in this equation very clear. It will be very clear for you. O2 oxygen, because of the UV radiation, it split into O and O. After that, one of the oxygen atom will combine again with the oxygen O2 to form O3. That is your ozone. And what is the importance of ozone? Ozone to us, ozone is very important for us as it protects us from the harmful UV radiations of the sun. If the UV radiation will come in contact with our eyes and skin, we can suffer from many skin diseases, eye disease like cataract. So ozone layer protect us from the harmful UV radiations of the sun. And why it is getting depleted? Because nowadays the refrigerants like chlorofluorocarbons, these are used, and they are the reasons for the depleting nature of ozone. Because of these chemicals, chlorofluorocarbon, etc., the ozone layer is getting depleted. And even these are used in the fire extinguishers also. This chlorofluorocarbon, they are used in the refrigerators and even in the fire extinguisher also, which is depleting the ozone layer nowadays. Now let's come to section number C, in which two questions are there, question number 14 and 15, and both are case based questions, and each question carries 4 marks. Okay, so now let's discuss question number 14. And this question number 14 is from the chapter Heredity and Evolution again. 14th question. Sahil performed an experiment. Sahil performed an experiment to study the inheritance pattern of genes. One boy was there. He has performed an experiment to study about the inheritance patterns of genes. He crossed tall plant TT with short plants TT. Means he crossed the dominant character with the recessive character. Tall plant with the short plants, and obtained all tall plants in the F1 generation. If you'll check out your book, you'll see that in F1 generation, all the plants will have the dominant character only. All the plants will be tall over there. What will be the set of genes present in F1 generation? We have to tell that what are the set of genes, means whether it is TT, small t, capital T in F1 generation, that we have to say. In second question, give reason why only tall plants are formed in F1 progeny. That is also 1 marks. Now question number C is of 2 marks. In that, internal choice is given in question number C. A, B you have to answer compulsory it is, but for C they have given an internal choice. When F1 plants were self-pollinated, a total of 800 plants were produced. How many of these will be tall, medium height or short plant? Give the genotype of F2 generation. Means when F1 plants, in F1 generation, when the plants are self-pollinated, how many plants were formed? 800 plants. Out of 800 plants, how many of them were tall, medium height and short height? We have to give the answer, and we have to write the genotype of F2 generation also. Genotype means whether it is TT, capital T, small t, that one. Now, what is the internal question which is given over there? When F1 plants were cross-pollinated with plant having TT genes, a total of 800 plants were produced. How many of these will be tall, medium height or short plants? Give the genotype of F2 generation. See, when F2 plants were cross-pollinated with plant having TT genes, F1 plants all were tall. They were pollinated with TT genes. 800 plants were produced. How many of these would be tall, medium height or short plant? We have to tell that, and we have to write the genotype of F2 generation. I think in this they have asked about self-pollinated, and this they have asked about cross-pollinated. This is the only difference in that. So let's check out the answer, what they have given according to the marking scheme of Cbse. See, in question number A, the plants in F1 generation, they are having this type of genotype, that is capital T and small t. When this T and this T, they were crossed, one T will come from here and one T will come from here. So our trait will be capital T and small t. In question number B, traits like T are called dominant trait. Yes, this is a dominant trait, and small t is called the recessive trait. That is the answer. And in C, out of 800 plants, 6 plants will be tall, 600 plants will be tall, 200 plants will be of small size. Medium sized plants will never be formed in that case, either tall and either short height. So 600 plants will be tall and 200 plants will be short. So this is the genotype of that ratio: 1 TT, 2 capital T small t, and 1 TT. This is the ratio: 1 is to 2 is to 1. That will be the ratio formed over there. And what is the internal choice answer? In cross pollination, this was asked about self pollination, but in cross pollination, what will happen? TT and TT, this capital T small t and this T, if they are crossed, 400 plants will be tall and 400 plants will be short. Means half of the plant will be of tall height and half of the plants will be of short height, and their genotype ratio will be 1 is TT is to TT. That will be their genotype ratio. Now the last question from this term 2 syllabus, that is question number 15, and this question is asked from the chapter Magnetic Effect of Electric Current, chapter number 13 from physics section. Ansari sir was demonstrating an experiment in his class with the setup as shown in the figure below. So this was the setup which they are showing over there. It is a diagram of a solenoid. A magnet attached to a spring. The magnet can go in out of the stationary coil. He lifted the magnet and releases to make it oscillate through the coil. Based on your understanding of the phenomena, answer the following questions. What is the principle in which Ansari sir is typing to demonstrate? So which principle Ansari sir is going to demonstrate in this question? Ansari sir is going to demonstrate which phenomena? Electromagnetic induction. So our name of the principle will be electromagnetic induction. If you write that one word, you will get 1 marks for that. What will be observed when magnets start oscillating through the coil? Explain the reason behind this observation. Means what will be the observation when the magnet will oscillate through the coil? That we have to write the answer. In C number, consider the situation when the magnet goes in and out of the coil. State 2 changes that would be made to increase the deflection in the galvanometer. Okay, so the 2 changes, what we have to do in that? Number of turns should be increased, and see over there, Ansari sir is the first part of the question. In A number, you have to write this answer. Ansari sir is trying to demonstrate the principle of electromagnetic induction. That was the first part. In second part, in B number, there will be induced current in the coil due to the relative motion between the magnet and the coil. Between the magnet and the coil, which type of current is formed? Induced current is formed. Changing the magnetic field around the coil generates induced current. If you will change the magnetic field around the coil, induced current will be formed. And what we have to do? Using a stronger magnet. If we will use stronger magnet and if we increase the number of turns, then obviously the magnetic field over there, it will increase. We have to use a stronger magnet and the number of turns we have to increase in that. Then obviously the magnet will become a strong one. See the last question which they have asked over there. Consider situation when the magnet goes in and out of the coil. State 2 changes which we have to make to increase the deflection in the galvanometer. How we will increase the deflection in the galvanometer? By using a strong magnet and by increasing the number of turns in the coil. Now, one internal choice is also given over there in C number. Is there any difference in the observation in the galvanometer when the magnet swings in and then out of the stationary coil? Means in the galvanometer, we know that deflections will be shown, the reading will be changed. But if there any changes when the magnet will swing in and out in the stationary coil, when there will be no movement in the coil, then any deflection can be seen in the galvanometer. We have to answer the question. When the magnet moves into the coil, the ammeter shows a momentary deflection towards one side, say left. Means when the magnet will move into the coil, in ammeter, some deflections will be shown. In which side? In the left side. When magnet moves out of the coil, into the coil, then in the left side. Out of the coil, then in the right side we can see some deflection. This is due to changing magnetic field, flux associated with the coil as the magnet moves in and out. Alternatively, flux increases when the magnet goes in and it decreases when the magnet goes out. We have read one term called magnetic flux. So when the flux will increase, when the magnet will go inside the coil, that time the flux will increase. When the magnet will come out, then the flux will decrease that time. So this was all about the sample paper which was released by Cbse for term 2 exam. I hope you all have understood, and I will make a separate videos for all the chapters for your term 2, as I have uploaded chapter number 4 carbonates compound. Like that only I will make a separate video for all the chapters, and according to that we'll do some questions also, like case based questions, application based questions, so that you will get a proper knowledge how to write the question, what are the tips which you have to follow. No need to write any lengthy answers, only you have to write the to the point answers, so that the examiner will give you full marks according to that. Okay, so thank you for watching. If you like this tutorial, if you liked it, then please click on the like button and put your comment, whatever it is, whether you liked it or not. I will feel motivated about that, and I will make more videos for you all. Thank you for watching, and if you're new to my channel, then please subscribe to it, because we are going to study more about the 10th standard science portions, which will be beneficial for you all. Even for the state board students also, I will recommend you to watch this tutorial, because in your exams also the subjective questions will come. So thank you for watching.